Ciao, good morning everyone. This is Lucrezia, your local guide in Venice, and today I'm in the south of the city, in Dorsoduro district, to tell you about one of the most important and famous churches in Venice, which is known in Italian as Santa Maria della Salute, St.Mary of the Health, that you can see right there behind me. Over the centuries, Venice has been affected by several epidemics of plague, and the worst one of them was the epidemic of 1630, because in only 1 year, more than a half of the population of Venice died. About 82,000 people died in only 1 year. The thing is that at the time Venetians still had no idea how the disease got here, and that's why the Senate of the Venetian government decided to make a solemn vow. They asked to the Virgin Mary to put an end to the epidemics, and they would have built a church dedicated to her as a symbol of gratefulness. So when 1 year later, in 1631, the epidemic finally ended, the Venetian government began the construction of the amazing church that you can see behind me, which is known, as I said before, as the Church of St.Mary of the Health. In order to choose the architect who had to design the project for the construction of the church, the Venetian government started a competition, and 11 projects were submitted, but the choice fell on one of them, which was the one of the architect Baldassare Longhena, who was only 26 years old at the time. Unfortunately, though, he was not able to see the consecration of the church because it took place in 1687, only 5 years after his death. We actually don't know that much about this architect. We know only that he was very young when he was chosen for the construction of the church, and also that he came from a family of Jewish origins, and that no baptismal certificate has ever been found about him. That's why we can assume that he was Jewish as well, probably. And this is why, although this church is a Christian Catholic church, it's been built with a sort of weird blend of Jewish and Christian numerology, because in fact there are two recurring numbers in its construction, which are number 8 and number 11. A few years after the end of that terrible epidemic of plague, the Venetian government decided to start a procession every year from St. Mark's Square, which is over there behind me, where you can see also the Doge's Palace, in order to show devotion to the Virgin for the end of the epidemics. And that procession ended right in front of this church. Usually this procession passed across a pontoon bridge, which was temporarily built in this lower part of the Grand Canal, more precisely over there behind me. This pontoon bridge that was laid over boats was particularly useful because it allowed everybody to cross the Grand Canal walking, since until the 19th century the only way to do so was crossing the Rialto Bridge, which was the only bridge on the Grand Canal at the time. The tradition of crossing this pontoon bridge to reach the church and show devotion to the Virgin Mary is still alive today in town, and in fact every year on the 21st of November everyone usually comes across a pontoon bridge which is temporarily built just for a few days, in order to reach the church and light a candle to the Virgin Mary and pray for their family's good health. If you enjoyed the video and you would like to know more about this amazing church and about the Dorsoduro district, make sure to subscribe this channel and hit the bell notification icon so you will not miss any new video. And if you are visiting Venice and you would like to get some tips and tricks for your stay or to do a tour with me, make sure to visit www.secretvenicetour.com to see the tours that I offer. Ciao!